This is such high quality.
Hello, I'm back again on the internet. Sophie Vlogs coming at you live. Not very live because I'm going to actually try and edit this one, see if I can make it look decent. So I just had a birthday. Birthdays, I'm not a fan of birthdays. They're not the best thing ever. I want them to be the best thing ever, and I always really hope that they will be and work it up to be, and it never is. Just kind of how it works. I feel like birthdays are always just one big disappointment for me. I mean, and maybe that sounds selfish and spoiled or whatever, but I mean, they're fun. So, one thing I've noticed, and maybe this is just me psyching myself out, but I feel like the night before a birthday or the night after a birthday is like really spooky. For example, the night before my 12th birthday, I almost died. That's an exaggeration, but I almost died. I just had like the worst migraine ever, and it was also like the first migraine I had ever had, and it seemed like a really big deal and also very scary. I thought I was dying. I turned out to be fine. I feel like there was something else wrong too, like if it stuck out that much, it must have been pretty traumatic, or like my head just really hurt and I didn't want to take ibuprofen because I'm lazy. Something like that. Last Friday was my birthday, and Friday night, I laid in bed exhausted. We had a football game. It was our last game of the season. I laid in bed exhausted that night, and I had a couple dreams. And I only vividly recall one, and it's not even that vivid either. It's really blurry, but I woke up and I thought, wow, that's really messed up that my mind created that scenario. So I guess I want to talk about it. So pretty much, it starts out and we're in a car. By we, I mean it's like myself and two or three friends, and then like a parent. And we're our age now, and the parent's like, okay, I'm going in the grocery store, you'll stay in the car. And we're like, okay. Yeah, the usual. You know how it is. You're a kid, you don't want to go in. You want to party in the car while your parents shop for, I don't know, things to make tacos for dinner. And I guess we're in this kind of sketchy place. Like, it's not your average Walmart parking lot, sunny day, Florida. It's like kind of creepy looking, like I guess an alleyway. The thing is, I don't remember that many details, which is really a problem because I'd be able to tell this a lot better. But anyways, we're sitting in the car. I am in, so like if the car is like this is the driver's seat, passenger seat. I'm in the back seat behind the driver's seat. Yeah, you get it. On the left, that's the left of a car. Okay. And we're sitting there, we're having a good old time, you know, partying it up while the parent is in the grocery store. And I look to the side, and there's just like this really creepy old guy staring in at us. Like, really creepy. Like, very creepy, not just like, oh, I don't want to be rude just because you're an old guy that looks a little bit homeless. I don't want to discriminate against you because maybe you're just a friendly old man who lost. No, he was creepy. He was giving us scary looks. I was like, eek. And then we realize he's coming closer, and then he's like at the window, and I'm like, eek. So I reach over to my friend, because for some reason no one else had the idea to lock the doors. The doors aren't locked. That's the first thing you do as soon as you are left in a car alone. I don't know why we didn't. I don't know. I reach over, I lock the car door, I reach up, lock the passenger side door. I don't want him getting in, I'm very scared. I lock my door, then finally I reach up and do the driver door. Because for some reason my friend, who in the dream was sitting in the driver's seat, which has the nifty little button where you press it and all the doors lock and you're all safe and you can't get in any harm. She was frozen in fear. But anyway, the old guy now, I guess if you lock all the doors individually, that means the trunk is still unlocked. He opened the trunk, he got in the car, he climbed over the seat, it was in the car, and at this point I'm freaking out, and I think what I did in my dream was I pulled up my cell phone and I tapped it out and I did 9-1 so I could just type in the extra one and be ready and be saved, but no, that wasn't working. He climbs in, and you know how in dreams, like, everything gets all mixed up. So, like, the person who was sitting in the driver's seat was no longer sitting in the driver's seat. So that was open. The old man, he climbs in, he gets in the driver's seat. Oh, he's gonna start driving us around. We're being kidnapped. You might wonder, like, why didn't we get out of the car? I don't know, it didn't work that way. We were being kidnapped. It was scary. And I pull out my phone, and at this point, I am calling 911, and then I answer it, and they're like, it takes me to, like, have you ever done, like, those prank calls? not prank calls, but where you find a spooky number online and then it leads you to somewhere and you're like, oh, this is so funny. It was like that. 911 led me to like a prank call ID, like the breakup hotline, but not really. Oh, it was very bad. And then for some reason in my dream I was just like, oh, okay, the reason 911 isn't working is because my phone is on parental restrictions. So that was great. That was great. And we're driving around, and the person driving, the old scary homeless man, he's like, I've never done this before. And we're like running into mailboxes and like going over the curb, and we're not having a good time. We're not obeying the laws of traffic. We're all very scared. And so I guess this is where the most important part of the dream happens. And I don't remember how it happened, but one of my good dear friends in the car ended up getting killed by the homeless man. It wasn't like we went into a car crash. I think he just like stabbed her and she was dead and we were like, oh, okay. Ooh, I don't know. It all blurred together. You know, like that happens in real life, like if something scary happens and your mind just kind of goes somewhere else and you don't really remember. That happened, but in the dream, which is dumb. But anyway, I guess we get to the spot where we were, my friend's dead body is in the car. We pull up, it's a really creepy alleyway. It's like the backside to a market. Like, I don't know, very sketchy, very run down looking. We're one of the few cars there. There are a lot of people moving around and they all look very scary, very similar to this man who has killed my friend. He gets out of the car, he drags her body out of the car and drags her back behind like this doorway with a curtain hanging down. And like nobody's really alarmed. They're not just strolling around like, oh, a dead body being dragged out. Ah, oh my god. We get out of the car. But we know that we can't run because all of these people clearly are an accomplice to this man who has killed my dear friend, and there's not really much we can do. I guess at that point, I don't know like why we didn't get in the car and try to drive away. I feel like that would have been the best idea. We can't really save her because she's dead already. So instead we just kind of go and we try to blend in with the crowd, I guess is what we do, kind of huddle off to the side. And then we're, I guess, trying to make a plan of escape, but in dream time that's not how it works, so the next event happened very quickly. The curtain opens up, and on a stretcher, not a stretcher, kind of like the little thing used to move moving boxes, it's the thing that they tie Hannibal up on in Silence of the Lambs, you know? Like the little stretcher thing where he's tied up. My friend's dead body is on that. They wheel her out. And then there's a fire pit. There's a very large bonfire suddenly, and her body is swung to the side and put over the fire. And you know what they say? Dinner is served. At this, all of the people in the area, all the sketchy beings who we had been avoiding contact, they run, they flock and swarm the dead body. Dinner is served. Ah, they're going to eat my friend. I don't know what happened next. I think we ran away, or I woke up, or I went on to the next dream. All I remember was thinking, when I woke up, wow, that is really fucked up. I had a dream about us getting kidnapped, one of my friends dying, and then being eaten by a flock of cannibals? What would you call that? A herd. Ooh, I'm kind of curious. What is a group of cannibals called? Tribe. Okay. A tribe of cannibals. A tribe of cannibals ate my friend. And I guess that's just what I dreamed on the night of my birthday. I don't know. I found it messed up because I guess as I was dreaming I thought it was very normal. I wasn't very scared in the dream, but then I woke up and realized how messed up it was and how actually traumatizing. So you tell me, is there something different about dreams that happen before or after a birthday? Like, does that mean something? Does that, like, am I going to meet a tribe of cannibals? Because I'd really rather not. I hope you enjoyed hearing about that. I mean, I found it to be a somewhat interesting dream. I know I couldn't draw it out as dramatically as I would want to, but that's just because, like, my mind is fuzzy. It's hard to remember things. I have a dream jar over there. It helps me, not all the time. I don't remember if I had it open or not. I don't think I did. Leave a like if you don't want to get eaten by cannibals, and leave a like if you do, if you're into that kind of stuff. I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed making it, I think, and I want to do more dream talks, go more into depth. I have some very long dreams. They're written out on my phone into, like, Well, it's in the notes app, but you have to scroll a long time to read the whole thing. It's very long, I'm sure, if I put it onto paper. Yeah. Also, comment down below the weirdest dream you've ever had and or weirdest occurrence you've had on the night before or after your birthday. I'm curious, is this a me thing? I don't actually have any other evidence. I don't think I can make a claim about birthdays when it's only weird things have only happened twice. But, I mean, who knows? Let me know. Maybe there's something spooky going on. And, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!